It's not working, that button. Welcome to Love and Money Secrets TV. I am your host, Dame Lillian Walker, and today with us we are having Sharon Mccurley as our guest. Let me tell you a little bit about Let me tell you a little bit about Sharon Mccurley. She is the author of a book called A Call to Power, The Grandmothers Speak. This is book 1. Sharon Mccurley is the founder of Grandmothers Speak. She works as a psychotherapist in Laguna Beach, California. She travels the world teaching others how to work with the net of light and spreading the message of the great council of the grandmothers. Recent messages and locations of empowerment groups are listed on grandmothersspeak.com. A group of elderly women who call themselves the Great Council of the Grandmothers appeared to the author as she was walking her dog. These wise women, who represent all cultures and races of humanity, revealed to her their mission. Earth has suffered too long an excess of yang and insufficient yin. We have come to correct this. Desperate times call for something new. As humans stand on the edge of the precipice, the winds of change blasting our backs, the universe throws us a lifeline. Help has appeared in the forms of wise old women, the great council of the grandmothers. The present imbalance of energy on earth has placed all life in danger, the grandmothers declare. It is time to return to balance, and for this, women must lead. Women must be empowered. This is why we have come. The grandmothers have come at this crucial time to awaken the presence of the deep feminine, to bring men and women and all life back into harmony. A Call to Power is the story of the author's encounters with these wise women and the powerful and important message that they bring. So I want to start off this session before we speak with Sharon. I want to read the foreword and just maybe a few pages from the first chapter to give you a flavor of this book. It's a phenomenal book. I have just 2 chapters left, and as you can see, I will be done tonight with this book. So let's get started here with the foreword. So the grandmothers appeared in my life uninvited, although they and the message they brought became most welcome. They came literally out of nowhere, out of the blue, and placing me in situations that were foreign to me. They changed my life. They have come to correct the imbalance of yin and yang on our planet and awaken women and men to the energy of what they call the deep feminine, to give both men and women an intimate connection with the feminine principle of creation. Their purpose is to bring women and men, yin and yang, into balance. I am more grateful that I can say to be part of their work and have this opportunity to pass on their wisdom. The grandmothers convey their message, demonstrate the changes taking place on Earth, explain why our world is in a dangerous state, and tell us what we can do to help ourselves and our planet regain balance. Their meditations and visualizations enable everyone to connect with one another. And at this time, a powerful human connection provides a web of net of yin support for the planet, holding the earth steady while the necessary changes in its energy field take place. The grandmothers explain this imbalance and demonstrate the difference between masculine and feminine energy. They teach us to move into a closer, more personal relationship with the divine and encourage us to imbue our lives with the presence of the sacred. You may choose to return several times to the meditations at the end of the book in order to implement them more powerfully in your life. Some will read this book for information, and some will read for self-transformation. Some will be comfortable hearing about the grandmothers, while others will want to experience them. That would be me. The exercises or meditations at the end of the book are for those who seek self-transformation and or a personal relationship with these wise women. Because the energy imbalance on earth has existed for so long, the grandmothers say that today we are in desperate straits. Yet, because this process of correcting the imbalance has already begun, The earth will not be destroyed. You will find the grandmother's message profound and uplifting. And although this is a serious book, it is not a gloomy one. A call to power for grandmothers speak can be read on many levels. It can be for you a true life story, an exploration of a new way of living, an invitation to enter into that life, a personal journey, or a myth. At different times in your life, it can be all of those. I know that everything I relate within its pages took place, yet I invite you to read it from whatever viewpoint is best for you. There is value in each view. This is particularly a book for women. It calls a woman to power, gives her an understanding of the nature of yin, and gives her tools to apply its power. Since yin energy exists in all beings, A Call to Power, The Grandmothers Speak, is at the same time a book for men. It gives men an appreciation of the feminine principle and awakens them to this nurturing and supportive quality within themselves. The Grandmother's Book provides a framework for understanding the changes taking place on Earth and teaches us how to take part in the sacred evolution of our planet. The grandmothers invite us to participate in restoring harmony to Earth. However, they assure us that our participation in this work is optimal. I'm sorry, it Participation in this work is optional, not essential. Righting the balance on Earth will take place whether or not we participate. We give you this opportunity for your own sake. They say, because participating in this work will bring you joy. The bold print throughout the book denotes the grandmother's words, and even when they are speaking to me, their messages are meant for all. The grandmothers speak and live truth. Right from the first, they thrilled and shocked me with their unexpected lessons. Master teachers, they surprised me from the moment I met them, that innocent September morning when I walked the dog along the cliff above the beach. So, we are going to be having Sharon Mccurley as our guest on our show. And this is an introduction into her book, A Call to Power. If you are a divine feminine and you would like to receive the blessing of the energy of the divine feminine, pick up her book on Amazon, read it. Once you have read the book, then you can approach her or any one of the women who run any one of her Net of Light meditation groups throughout the world, and you will receive that energy of the divine feminine so that you increase and embody that yin energy in your being. And when you read the book, everything is explained. Not only everything that Sharon experienced, but how things were experienced, the revelations that she had, the things that were shed light that were hidden from her, healings that took place within her body on many different levels. She explains and shares with us that journey. And even the process of how the grandmothers revealed to her how she was going to bring this feminine energy balance on the planet through the dissemination of this energy and this message through women across the globe and a certain number of men as well. And not all men are going to get this. There are certain men who are already tuned into this and others who are attracted to this information. So she talks about that as well. I think it's very interesting. As you all know, we have a combination, all of us, of male and female. If you're a man, you have more masculine traits than feminine, obviously. And if you're a female, you have more female traits than masculine. However, since the 60s, one of the doctors that I study is Dr. John Gray, who Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and Beyond Mars and Venus. He has done extensive studies throughout the world, including Aboriginal tribes from different parts of the globe. And he talks about the dynamics of the male and female energy and how this actually biologically affects us, not only biochemically within our bodies, but how the way we think, how we behave, behavioral biology. He talks about some of the transitions that happened at the turn of the century, World War One, World War Two, how the liberalization, I guess you could say, women's lib in the 60s, how there's been a very vast change in how women behave especially in the Western world, and how that has affected us over the last 30, 40, 50 years. I believe Dr. John Gray is in his mid 60s now. And he talks about how instead of taking hormonal supplements to balance your estrogen and your progesterone and your testosterone, you can actually do certain things once you are in awareness that you're operating more out of your male side as a woman. Because women who are in the business world, in order for us to succeed in the business world, you have to take on more of those masculine traits. Competing is a masculine trait. Going out and making money, that's a masculine trait. um, so if you are in that alpha female role where you are now having to take on masculine traits to be successful in business, if you are aware of that, then you can take measures once you get home to balance yourself so that you can bring your estrogen level up naturally without having to take supplements by doing certain things. What I love about this book, I was going to say, um, speaking of success, not that I'm promoting that book, I'm just using the title instead of putting a title here during this live broadcast, is that if you want to have success in balancing yourself, because make no mistakes, right now, I think there's a desperate cry for a balance. We have a predominance of male yang energy, and they talk about it so beautifully, so eloquently in this book. And Sharon really explains how the yang energy is so extremely dominant that it has thrown certain things off of balance. And in order to heal the planet, we need to receive the divine feminine energy, and we need to embody it, embrace it, and we need to spread that energy amongst the women in the planet, because that is a creative life force energy. I've talked in my previous broadcasts before about how we as women, we are the creative life force energy. We're the ones who are the receptors that receive the seed of life, and that we cultivate that life within us, and we're the ones who give birth, to offspring, to the next generation. And we do this in human form, we do this in animal form, we do this in plant form. So we do it on many multiple levels. And that's why we call the earth Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is like a woman that is constantly growing, constantly cultivating and nurturing the birth of something new. Not surprising, we have Sharon Mccurley, who has given birth not only to this book, but to this awareness of this sacred knowledge and energy. And if any part of this message resonates with you, then I highly encourage you to tune in, tap in, and turn on to this book. Pick it up on Amazon, pick it up, on the web, and check it out. I would also encourage you to go to Sharon's website. It's called grandmothersspeak.com. I'll be sure to put it in the description below. In fact, I'll take a moment here and I'll type it here in the chat so that if you want to look it up, we'll put it here, grandmothersspeak.com. She has a nice amount of videos that you can check out on the website, and also check out on YouTube her channel. And you will see they just did the 7th Net of Light meditation on the 12th. She'll be having another one, I would imagine, sometime soon. I would encourage you, if you are a female, if you're a woman, if you're a mother, daughter, sister, if you're a female in any form, tune into that. I think it's really important at this time that we are acutely aware of these energies, that we embody, that we do our part. It is not only for your greater good, but it really is for the greater good of all. Make no mistakes, quantum physics has actually shown scientifically that we are quantum entangled with other beings, with other people. And so anytime, you and I, as we watch this video across the net, we are entangled with each other. My energy affects you, your energy affects mine. We can heal this planet from any and all diseases, from any and all traumas, from any and all circumstances that are less than optimal, that are undesirable. from financial disarrayness, we can bring financial prosperity, abundance, and coherence. People who have closed hearts, you can have your hearts opened. So this is a very powerful, a very poignant time in history. And if you come across this video, make no mistakes, this is not an accident. Everything really is on purpose, on time, with the right people, at the right place, for your highest good and the greater good of all that you're connected with. So I'm going to leave you with those parting words. And yes, hey, you, I am talking to you. And I want you to know that these are thoughts from the heart and soul from our dear author and friend, Sharon Mccurley. And we will put here in the description as soon as we set the time for her to be on the show. And I don't have to tell you that this is going to be a very exciting hour. I will have completed the book by then. And let's see what beautiful, surprising gifts and words of wisdom our sweet friend Sharon has to share with us. So thank you for tuning in, tapping and turning on. I'm Dame Lillian Walker, your host for Love and Money Secrets TV. And ciao for now.